Welcome, everybody, to episode 125 Reloaded. I'm your host, dkdynamite, with our lovely co-host, Fajardi. We are back in action. Just to clarify, we have just begun doing Twitter Spaces for these Bombshell podcast episodes, just to get the podcast out there even more. I just realized my camera's a slab crooked. I'll go ahead and fix that in a second. But yeah, we experienced some really weird technical issues. So I appreciate everybody that was patient in the Twitter space, and for those that stuck around on the channel waiting for the stream to be reloaded. We can't really test Twitter spaces privately. You kind of have to be public when you do them. Should have probably tried it out yesterday, but to have everything live while streaming at the same time, like that's definitely something we had to kind of have to wait till today to go ahead and test out. But looks like it's all good. It appears the XLR does not like Twitter spaces, because as I was speaking in the space during our last test, it just kept turning my volume down on its own. I don't know what that was. Figured out that issue, got everything working again. How are you doing, Mr. Fajardi? Appreciate your patience.
Yeah, it's been a little bit to get everything up and working, but obviously, we're here now. Good, great, awesome.
Yep.
Thumbs up.
Turn your
Ready
volume up a little bit.
ready to get into it.
Yeah. Once again, chat, it has been a crazy last few days, especially when it comes to Black Ops 6 Zombies. Now, what I will say is, at first we were like, oh, probably not going to do an episode this week because it was a fairly uneventful week in the Call of Duty scene. So we didn't think we were going to do one. But then all of a sudden, everything changed as of yesterday with the beginning of The Truth Dies, a brand new ARG. But before we get into that, I do want to remind you that for those interested in the Control Freak Deadshot Daiquiri Collector's Can, they are currently sold out on PlayStation 4 and 5 options for them site, but are still available for Xbox. Now, I believe a restock is coming up in the next couple of weeks, and they'll be shipping to the UK later in August, just to clarify that real quickly. Gamer Advantage also has a deal going on right now, I think like up to 50% off some of the frames, and if you stack that with my code, you get like 60% off. So take advantage of that while it lasts throughout the whole month of August, because they have a bunch of money through that, just to get that out the way real quickly. But let me just check chat real quick, see how we're all doing, how we feeling. Got a new poll going in chat. My original one from earlier was like, what are you most excited for, Liberty Falls or Terminus? I didn't get to see the results on that one, but right now the new poll is, should we be able to buy gobblegums in Black Ops 6 for COD points? That means spending points on liquid diviniums and then spinning through there, or maybe being able to buy them directly. Should we have that, or just, can we have like a free method to earning the gobblegums through like a Newton's Cookbook, or just being restricted to earning the liquids while playing in match, and then you can convert them that way? That's the poll we have going on as of right now. But I guess, Fajardi, how are you feeling about gobblegums real quickly? Before we jump into the actual meat and potatoes of The Truth Dies, should we be able to buy them? What do you think about that? Kind of looking back at Black Ops 3 and 4, the way they did it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you really kind of can't do a microtransaction system like Dr. Monty's, factory back in the day, um, or something more akin to the BO4 system. Like, I just don't think you can do that now, because like that's sort of like supply drops, right? Um, but it'll be interesting. We've seen there's been zombie bonuses in for MWZ through bundles, like a free Wonder Waff or whatever, right? Who knows? Maybe they start adding some of those with gobblegums inside of bundles, and obviously there has to be some sort of free way to earn them. I don't believe there's going to be a 0% chance to ever earn them for free. Whether it be daily challenges, whether it be something along the lines. But I think they've learned from the previous systems, and they're gonna make it better.
For sure, and that's what I'm hoping for as well, because Black Ops 4 Zombies didn't have a Newton's Cookbook at all. I think one was leaked and planned, but never ended up happening. Now, if you're wondering why we're starting off this episode with gobblegums, it's because as of today, unexpectedly at like, I think it was 11:45 Central, Fajardi actually broke the news on Detonated's Twitter, which is that another channel went up on thetruthdies.com, and we'll kind of recap how all that works. But just as clarification as well, let me make sure this window capture is picking up properly. It is not. Plenty of brand new article coverage went up this past week on detonated.com. You guys want to stay up to date with all things Call of Duty, whether it's Season 5 MW3 or, of course, all things Black Ops 6. Quite a bit went up. all Gobblegums and Black Ops 6 Zombies. Banger article just went up. Everything we know so far. Got some recaps on
Mm.
MW3 challenge events. I got some cool stuff up there about Reznov, John Trent conspiracy, that how that could be tied into Black Ops 6, Project Janus from Zombies, and then everything to do with the new ARG that also began. So the team's been hard at work keeping you guys up to date and informed on everything to do with this franchise. But with all that aside, let's take it back to yesterday. So all of a sudden, I think it was at I think it was exactly at 12, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, 12, yeah, 1, 12, 1, whatever your time zone is.
They ended up revealing a site that is kind of like a sister successor of some sort to The Truth Lies, which was used initially to reveal Black Ops 6 as a title and used to reveal the name of the game, used to introduce us to the narrative of the campaign. We got a new site called thetruthdies.com. Now,
Mm.
this is actually pretty ironic because just I think it was Wednesday night, I had made a video talking about something that I know you also posted on Twitter, and that was that somebody actually asked Nolan North at a recent, what was it? It's like a Comic-Con
Yep.
event or some event.
Some convention, yeah.
Yeah, some convention. Southeast Game Change, is that it? I think that's the name of it. Or that's maybe the sponsor behind them. He was
Mhm.
asked whether or not Eddie would be returning in Black Ops 6, and Nolan North gives us a teaser. Like, I don't think you've seen The Last of the Doctor. I can't really tell you, but there are some trailers coming up for Black Ops 6 that'll blow your mind. And like, what a random thing to say, right? I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, he mentioned the trailers as if he's watched them. So I found that to be a very fascinating little hint from Nolan North himself. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he did voice both Klaus and the director in Cold War, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was proven, wasn't it? Or I could have sworn that was
I
set
think
somewhere.
I think there was some like theories surrounding it when people like tried to change the tempo of the voice or something, but um yeah, never I don't think it was ever confirmed, but people had a lot of theories about it back in the day.
Yeah, so the theory and whatever evidence there is that suggests this had said, hey, he voiced Klaus, which I think was a little hard to tell in Cold War, but then that
Mm.
in those crazy audio logs of the director speaking in Cold War Intel, apparently it was Nolan North doing the voiceover, and then they kind of dubbed over that a bit with like some voice modulators, voice changers to kind of conceal his identity. So I'm like, that's cool if that was the case. That means he's been in every Black Ops Zombies since what, freaking World at War. I mean, that's wild to think he's been in every Zombies iteration to date. I think that's awesome. But with that
Mhm.
aside, he teased trailers, and I'm like, okay, so has he seen these trailers? Like, what's going on with that? And he does say in the coming months is when you'll see them, but I think maybe his math's a little bit off with that because a couple of months from now we'll be playing Black Ops 6. So I'm assuming he meant that when it comes to Zombies trailers, they're probably going to get them very, very soon. Obviously, we have COD Next on August 28th, which is a couple of weeks from now. I'm very excited to be attending that. I'll be getting my hands on with Zombies for the first time, playing MP again. And I'm sure before that broadcast, they'll end up revealing maybe the intro cinematic in full, some gameplay, something to kind of get the community warmed up to the mode before you see creators getting hands on with it during the stream itself. That's kind of what I would say, right? But with the new website that got confirmed yesterday, all of a sudden Call of Duty just tweeted out there's a new website called thetruthdies.com, and let's break it down piece by piece. So in the official teaser, you kind of get some more like 90s era marketing. You can see the
Mhm.
Capitol building, very in line with the marketing we already got from The Truth Lies with Black Ops 6. But I do want to point out from that video, as you guys probably saw, you could see a glimpse of what I think is going to be the cinematic for Liberty Falls. You see like a woman running through a house. What do you think's going on with that? Do you think that's a part of the Liberty Falls cinematic, or is it just there for like marketing effect? What would you say about that piece of
Uh,
the initial trailer?
I assume it's going to be shown somewhere, right? There's people running. There was clearly some sort of outbreak that happened, and we know that is what happened with Liberty Falls through the intel or through the radio that Miller tells Ravenov about,
Yeah.
or he tells Ravenov about Liberty Falls specifically. Very interesting stuff there. Could be a coin flip there. I assume it would be really cool if they had two like fully rendered cinematic cutscenes of the um for both of the maps. I'd love that. Um, but yeah, I definitely think that is something to be interested in, to be looking at.
Yeah, no, and I think it's cool because, you see a woman running through a house, and I'm like, there's probably not a house on Terminus, so that's likely Liberty Falls. Either way, though, there have been a lot of teasers for both round-based maps. So the fact they're kind of like cross-marketing both maps with this is awesome. Like, they're not just focusing on one map and then saving the other one for later. They're kind of giving us bits of both to get us
Yep.
really informed with, how different these maps are going to be from one another, just to help the community understand, these two round-based maps for the launch window, right? You're not going to have a situation where both maps play the same, but one's at night, one's in the daytime. Like, no, these are drastically different locations. And I think almost most importantly here from some of these teasers is that you see a Project Janus logo. Now, an article did go up on the site recapping everything there is to know so far about this project, what it means, when it was formed during, the Cold War cinematic storyline, like kind of where that came from. The article goes over everything. I also made a video a little while ago kind of recapping exactly what that entails and what it could be setting up for Black Ops 6. That logo's everywhere. That logo's all over the box art for the Steelbook case. Yep. That's in, various pieces of promo marketing now. So that just tells me that this project may even be referencing campaign a little bit. Who knows? Like, who's to say that it won't be? But when you go over to this website, things get pretty crazy. So let me actually pull it up right now on this computer here. I'm wondering, how long this website's been sitting there for, because I think the last time The Truth Lies, isn't it weird? The last time The Truth Lies kind of like leaked out before it actually got teased by Call of Duty. I think it was Charlie Intel or some media outlets started tweeting out the link to the site. I don't know how they found out about it, but
yeah, that was interesting.
Very interesting. But this time around, the site just kind of got marketed officially by Call of Duty, which is great. So upon going to the site itself, Channel 1 has a channel guide with lots of different programs off the air, but then it cuts to what appears to be, I think, the cinematic intro cutscene for Terminus. Now, any initial thoughts on being able to see our Requiem crew in prison there in Black Site 13? How are you feeling about this so far?
Yeah, it's definitely, it almost brings a tear to my eye how, we're seeing it. Why? What happened? Oh, from the...
Sorry about that. Yeah, I turned the volume all the way down and it just kept playing. So I'm like, yeah, that's my luck today with the technology. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I think, well, I lost what I was saying.
My bad.
What was I talking about?
I just asked about the imprisoned Requiem crew on Black Site 13. Yeah,
it almost brings a tear to my eye that we're seeing the payoff of the story from Cold War that's set up all these things. I remember just theorizing back in the day about how awesome it's going to be, like where is the story going to go, and now we're seeing this where the Requiem crew is just doing push-ups in cells, and we had the new breakdown today of their interrogations, which we'll get into, where it's like they're all just mentally broken, they're just destroyed, and they're just rolling and having a good time. And I think that sets up a really strong character development and just amazing.
No, I agree.
It's just amazing.
I completely agree, and I think what's crazy about some of these teasers on the website is that it appears maybe different parts of the Terminus intro cutscene have been broken up throughout each of the channels, and by the end of whatever this marketing campaign is in the next week or 2 weeks, however long, they may end up, combining all the clips that we've gotten from these different channels, and then it forms, the Terminus intro. I'm sure we'll see the Liberty Falls intro, later on as well, if there is one. But the second channel then has a local weather forecast that kind of forms into a Mr. Peaks icon. Then you get a new glimpse of the island of Terminus. So kind of hinting that, yeah, Terminus is going to be in a very interesting terrain. I mean, it's in the Pacific. I'd be curious to know if we get dynamic weather on this map. I would love to see, randomly throughout some of the rounds, you get some rain, you get some, hurricane type conditions. That would be wild to see. But who knows if that's what that's teasing here? Probably not. Just kind of stretching a little bit from this teaser. But then as of today, we ended up getting a new video on Channel 3. And on Channel 3, we end up getting a news broadcast that the CIA has declassified certain elements of Project Janus. And I know you did a good job kind of going in slow-mo with this video and kind of putting some tweets out about it. I did the same thing for my video that went out like an hour ago, just kind of pausing the downloaded video from this channel, which, again, if anybody wasn't aware, if you hit record on this TV, it'll download the video that's being displayed so you can, have the actual file. You can pause it, break it down. So with the new video, it does appear that the director has it out for Requiem, man. He is really, honestly, petty towards somebody like Weaver, which I kind of get why. If people aren't familiar, Eddie's son in the Cold War storyline died, and he blames Weaver for it. So he is,
And wife.
and his wife, yes. So the director is furious with these people. He does not care about the well-being of Requiem. He is absolutely wanting
Throws
them to
out
suffer.
smoke.
Yeah, yeah, he actually wants to smoke, man. So if you want to give another recap too of the tweet you put out, like some of the stuff that was said about Weaver, Carver, Dr. Gray, I couldn't really make out what it said about Strauss. It was a little blurry, but let me know your initial thoughts on the Janus
Yeah.
declassified paperwork here.
Yeah, I think when it comes to there, I was kind of losing my mind when I was seeing this, to be honest. Just it's just good. It's just really good. Obviously the Gobblegum stuff. We'll get into that, but the first one we have the main thing I picked out about it is that there was multiple sort of interrogation reports of our main crew. Um, and one of them stated that one of them specifically hates Weaver. Weaver is without a clear purpose, and Weaver has become a broken man, a bitter man.
Right.
And just like how you have to break Carver because he's like the leader. He keeps the morale up, and everything like that. There's just a lot of good stuff there. It's just I'm fanboying.
Yeah, no, it's very very cool to get some more lore and some more narrative around our imprisoned crew who's been locked up for like what a couple of years now since the events of
Yeah, 5 years.
Forsaken.
Yeah,
So that's actually insane. That that's actually insane that they're giving us that info now. I'm seeing some comments in chat that apparently the channel 6 also got updated.
I'm I'm
I'm
I'm looking
refreshing
at
it.
that.
I don't see anything.
I don't see anything on channel 6. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh the page and see if that plays anything. Again, sorry if anybody got jump scared earlier. I'm having the craziest technical issues today with just technology in general. So things are just all over the place here. But yeah, no, channel 6 is still offline. So as of now, it's just channels 1 through 4 that are enabled. 5 and 6 are still offline. Channel 4 does have an interesting video, kind of giving us like a musical note. I don't know if it's an actual song, by the way. I looked up the lyrics. I didn't really find anything. It was playing some 90s jam was being played there, but then it transitions us into our first look at the Mr. Peaks Gobblegum machine. So it's no longer Dr. Monty's factory or Dr. Monty's Gobblegum. It is Mr. Peaks' Gobblegum. So this
Because he's
machine,
peak.
because he is peak, he is indeed peak. We end up getting an absolute jam of a Mr. Peaks theme song.
Hmm.
It's stuck in my head still, man. It's like kind of reminds me of like a Nightmare Before Christmas kind of musical note. It's pretty funny, but you get to see a glimpse of several colored gobblegums in the actual machine and a little cool cartoon that I guess is like in theme with Chew Until You Die, right? The Mr. Peaks focus of the new Gobblegum machine. And you put out a tweet breaking down some of the already revealed day one Gobblegums from that little cartoon teaser. You could see
Yep.
Perkaholic, profit sharing, stock option, cashback, some pretty overpowered gums that we had in Black Ops 3, also in the form of elixirs in Black Ops 4. So that's a discussion in and of itself. Like, what do you think about the fact we're going to be getting overpowered gums like that day one and probably also in the Gobblegum pack from the Vault Edition, right? How do you feel about how overpowered those already are? What would you
Yeah,
say?
profit sharing. I love profit sharing. Profit sharing is probably one of my favorite gobblegums of all time. I just think you just get so much money. When I started to think about these gobblegums coming back, I just couldn't help but shake the feeling that we're gonna get a lot of Black Ops 3 vibes from this game. Going to the gobblegum machine, popping that perkaholic. Trying to get. Well, we don't know if there's raindrops, but trying to get raindrops. Um, like it just gave me a really big BO3 vibe. Shopping free, also another one that people have been asking for. Hasn't been confirmed yet, but I guarantee that will that will get confirmed because that's just a staple. But yeah, I was going through this little teaser and I started noticing the the little gobblegums at the end. I'm like, oh my god, I got to put a tweet out about this with all the gobblegums that are coming, the ones that have been confirmed so far, which I was pogging a little bit. Stock option is basically the Mags of Holding from MWZ, which was based off stock option from the previous gobblegum system we had. So um, looking forward to that. It's gonna be. I can't wait to see what they do with these gobblegums. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, no, and then Call of Duty also posted a reminder, which I think is important, by the way. They posted a reminder to check thetruthdies.com. They posted an emergency alert system, the national warning, and even in that clip, there's like a Mr. Peaks reveal. He's kind of sitting somewhere. I don't know if it's like a mystery box location on one of our round base maps or something, but Mr. Peaks is certainly going to be playing a large role within this zombies game, and I just couldn't be more excited to see the twist on Gobblegums. It's like I mentioned in my video that just went up not too long ago. I'm just hopeful that there is a way you can earn them for free beyond just the hey, stay in a match long enough and you'll just earn the liquids. Open up enough doors and stay enough to or stay alive until a high round to get X amount of liquids. Hopefully, there's a system beyond that, which is like Newton's
Yep.
Cookbook, where you can take what you have earned for free and convert for a guaranteed gum. I think that's important to combat the potential of like, okay, you can use your COD points to just keep buying liquids, which it's going to make Activision a lot of money. I'm sure that made them millions and millions of dollars in Black Ops 3. And you can bet with Microsoft in charge now, they're probably gonna look at that and be like, hey, that's a great way to make some more money. But to kind of play devil's advocate on that too, supply drops, that whole era is over. So
Yep.
will they bring back any type of method where you can gamble with liquids? Maybe not, but maybe still a way where you can buy liquids using COD points that can be converted into specific gums you want. Maybe it won't be a factory where it's like, okay, you're going to spin them to see what random gums you get. Maybe that won't be in, but still the ability to use COD points for an advantage, which I know sets up the conversation of, oh, pay to win, pay to win. I get that, but we'll have to wait and see how they're going to actually utilize a liquid divinium system like that. Like, in what way will they allow us to use them for gums? We're not sure yet, but I'm very curious to see how they end up utilizing the system. There's actually quite a few Gobblegums in Black Ops 3. In my video earlier, I actually opened BO3 and I go through some of the more OP ones. Do you think they'll have it where it's like there's classics and then there's the megas, or will it just all be a full list of just OP ones and then they're all just kind of overpowered anyway?
I don't. That's an interesting question. I haven't thought about that. Because obviously, if you're gonna, if there's gonna be quantities of them. Like obviously, it's not gonna be unlimited of every single one. You're gonna have to like either grind up a certain amount of perkaholics, so you have like 5 perkaholics you can use in 5 different gobblegum spins or whatever. Um, I'd like to think that they're gonna start you off with some that are unlimited, the classics. That will be more akin to what we had in Black Ops 3. Just normal ones that don't really do too much. They sort of help a little bit. Some of them are really useful. Some of them don't help at all. I think they're going to start us off with that, and obviously, there's going to be the perkaholics um, that are going to be in more of a higher tier echelon uh, to for people to sought after. They're going to be it's going to be Black Ops 3 all over again. These gobblegums are going to be the most sought after things in the zombies mode. And we just got to keep waiting for what information we have on if it's going to be like some sort of spin system, because maybe they can get away with it if it's free, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
there's definitely a lot that is unknown with the system, but I'm sure COD Next is like the perfect opportunity to
Yeah.
figure all this out, especially if we're all getting hands on with zombies there. I'm sure we'll be able to see a machine like this in the map, and then we'll be able to see at the main menu, how the gobblegums are laid out. In that case, I'm gonna get you guys covered with all the videos here on the channel. I'll be posting stuff over on Detonated, Twitter, articles. I'm gonna make sure everything is clarified and as clear as can be. Come COD Next on August 28th, because there's a lot of questions that people have right now about Black Ops 6 zombies in particular. But I think it's great that they literally started the month of August. Yesterday was the first, by the way. So they started the month of
Yep.
August with some banger zombie marketing. And this is great because we have multiple weeks where we could be getting info about zombies. Now, I feel like they may take a few days off the week of August 20 or the week of August 14th. So not this week coming up, but the following. That could be marketing for Season 5 Reloaded. So I think that'll be the week where they kind of just like relax a little bit, don't release too much. And then August 21st is the mid-season 5 update. They'll probably also not have too much until like the 22nd, 23rd about Black Ops 6. Then they'll go full force with blog posts, possible trailers, who knows what else leading up to the August 28th event. So a lot going on in the zombie scene. I think this is brilliant. It's the first time we've gotten, I think, like a zombies ARG, right? Like something on the lines of The Truth Lies. I don't think we've gotten something like this before for zombies, though. Am I forgetting something with zombies? I feel like we haven't gotten something on this scale with this
I
buildup and
feel
whatnot.
like I feel like there might have been a small pawn takes pawn section of something very little. Other than that, I don't think there's been anything on this scale.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, I'm loving it so far. People in chat are loving it. Definitely a step up from the pawn takes pawn. Um, yeah, it's just good. I don't know what to say. I'm just overwhelmed. It's just good. It's just good shit. You know, it's just good shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and you know, it's like I was saying in a video a couple days ago, right? Because I coincidentally made a video about BO6 zombies hours before the Truth Dies website got discovered. And I just had made that video because there was information I wanted to go into. One was in regards to something that we're gonna go over in a second. But in that video, I talk about like which I want to get your thoughts on, by the way. Apparently, people in the community have figured out what the unsolved Easter egg is in Black Ops 3, and people are making a big deal out of it. Apparently, there's going to be a reveal about whatever that is in August. It's not solved,
Mhm.
but as to what it pertains to has been figured out. So that's going to get revealed soon. I mentioned that in the video, and I also go over that Nolan North thing I was bringing up earlier with, you know, him teasing out the trailer and mentioning that, you know, he's probably coming back as Richtofen. But I coincidentally made that video hours before this started, and I'm like, dude, I was predicting, hey, the month of August is going to be very, very relevant, I think, for zombies fans, and it's the first time that I think we're like you said, we're getting something on this scale, let alone a lot of info about the mode before the full multiplayer reveal. Because usually they reveal
Mhm.
multiplayer in full, you get a beta, then they kind of jump into zombie marketing. But we're getting everything much differently, I think, much better this year for Black Ops 6. But
Yeah,
um,
they're really they're taking zombies a lot more serious than any other year we've ever seen. For a Black Ops game already, which is awesome.
Oh, my camera's a little bit crooked. Let
Oh,
me fix it.
um,
I think that's good.
yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah,
not good. I can't.
the uh the zombies marketing. I mean, obviously, we haven't seen anything on this scale for a Black Ops title, so they're really taking it serious this year. Obviously, the Vault Edition has the Close and Warden operators.
Hmm.
That's pretty insane to kind of throw at us right off the bat. Not
Right.
that it means anything storyline wise, but I think it's more so it's like, zombies is it this year. Zombies is it.
Yeah, and after an extended development time, which Treyarch hasn't had for zombies since I want to say Black Ops 4, like without a doubt, it's about to get crazy. It's about to get crazy with, you know, the marketing, let alone the launch window, and then beyond for this mode. And I would say, yeah, technically they had a long period of development for Black Ops 4, but a lot of things went wrong. Everybody knows the deal with that. You know, the game released, you know, pretty unstable, blue screens, all that got fixed within a couple of weeks, but the zombies didn't get off to a good start in that game. I think Black Ops 6 is like the first real opportunity since BO3, I guess, to have a really strong start. And even BO3 was controversial, by the way. Let's not forget, Shadows wasn't all that well received at first. People were mad about, you know, not too much substance on the Giant. Things were even controversial then. But I think now this is going to be a really strong launch, I think. There's actually a lot going on when it comes to this. But what I wanted to follow up on real quickly is Call of Duty themselves came out with a teaser video, right? TheTruthDies.com marketing has started. They made that very clear because the Call of Duty socials are typically always involved if an ARG marketing campaign starts, right? An ARG is something along the lines of like Pawn Takes Pawn, The Truth Lies, now The Truth Dies. Call of Duty's
Mhm.
socials are typically involved when something official is happening, right? What I want to follow up on and get your thoughts on is that it was finally confirmed, I think just yesterday, that whatever it is that was going on with Mr. Rothwaffles and the Dias cast and whatever marketing campaign that is not at all affiliated or connected to Black Ops 6, let alone Call of Duty. Now, I'll get your thoughts first before I give some of mine, but what are your thoughts on that confirmation from his video description yesterday that whatever he's working on, whatever he's doing, is not related to BO6 zombies? Any initial thoughts on that now that we got confirmation from that
Well,
description?
yeah, we kind of knew that the first day when that initial website got found, and you had all these different accounts tweeting out that it this is not affiliated. This is not Activision does not own any of these websites, does not own these emails, any of it. Apparently, that wasn't enough for people. And then people kept going on with this idea that this was something to do with Black Ops 6, even though it was confirmed it wasn't. Um, but it built hype. it built hype for in some sort of regard, but there's a lot of people that are confused, being like, "Oh, have you seen this? Have you seen that?" And it's like, yeah, but this is not really like, you know, it's just the Mr. Waffle stuff, especially that just obviously, like I said, was not affiliated, and I think people, yesterday was for the first time since June 9th, anything official has been done for zombies marketing. Um, yeah, so a lot of people are running with this idea that's like, oh, the truth lies. Of course he's gonna say this, and that, and of course they're gonna try to say it's not real. But if Activision was marketing something, they would want every possible person to see it and would not want to denounce the marketing for the game.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts.
No, I completely agree. I think here's what's weird, right? And thanks to Revive for clarifying this. I think what we ended up seeing is just a big coincidence because
Hmm.
there was the hoax with the Cold War terminal Easter egg from Reddit that Milo then solved. That led him to this goose hunt with the suitcase, and he's flying to DC, and there's all this weird stuff going on. Somebody came to his house. All of that happened right when other zombie creators like Noah J and Pizza started being cryptic on their streams. So according to Revived here, Pizza's stream today confirmed whatever they're teasing, Noah and Pizza, is not connected to what Milo was teasing. So
Hmm.
what we ended up seeing here, I think, is a big coincidence where we thought all of it was connected. And because Noah and Pizza are still COD partners, they were both at the MW3 COD Next event last year. Because all that was going on, everybody assumed, oh, Milo's involved. But, going back at least 2 weeks ago, Milo himself said he was not invited to COD Next. He was not invited to play Black Ops 6 early. He's not currently, I guess, on the list of creators that are involved with Activision. So with that info known and with him having confirmed that, it wasn't going to make sense if within 2-3 weeks all of that just flip flops and all of a sudden he's involved with zombies marketing. That to me never made any sense anyway. But what does make sense is that Pizza and Noah, whatever they're teasing, is connected to Black Ops 6 Zombies. That makes a little bit more sense, which is interesting. So I'm sure whatever that is with Pizza and Noah, that's probably going to get unraveled in the next couple of weeks before next. I'm sure they'll both be there. I don't think they announced their invites, did they? I don't think I saw either of them announce invites, but I'm sure they'll be there.
Not yet, not yet. I
Yeah,
haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. But the weird thing now is the fact that on several Milo thumbnails, Black Ops 6 and the logo for Black Ops 6 is on those thumbnails. So I'm like, that threw people off because, like, why would somebody as big as him put that in the thumbnail knowing that it's not connected to COD? That is what I think threw all of us off. But now he himself confirmed in his description it's not officially endorsed or sponsored by Treyarch or Activision. And I think even in one of his recent videos, he said Treyarch had sent them something or whatever the teaser was that he included. So that's really odd. I would say that's one of the most confusing things that's probably happened in a while in the zombies community, because it's like, what is that going to do for him? Does that impress the studio and Activision that he's able to generate hype on that kind of scale for like an ARG? Is that supposed to help him get back in to a creator list? That's the weird thing. But there are still going to be people that I can't really fathom how crazy this is. There's still people that are saying, oh, he put that in his description, but the truth lies and it's still connected. And, I don't know, man. It blows my mind because I think if whatever he was doing was real, not only would COD probably have teased it a bit, but you would have had outlets like Detonated, Charlie Intel, Modern Warzone, other outlets kind of reporting on this, but no one has. Let alone like even another big zombie creator like Mr. Dalek, he didn't report at all on any of the Milo stuff. So just to confirm for people, like I reached out to Activision, Detonated has, other outlets have, Dalek has. I've been in touch with a lot of people. We all reached out to Activision. They said whatever Milo was doing is not connected to Call of Duty. You could say, oh, the truth lies, but like Fajardi just said, why would Activision want less eyes on whatever Milo's doing by saying that it's fake? That is turning people away from it. How is that doing anything for Black Ops 6? I also have to mention, let me get off this rant for a second. I also have to mention that by Activision letting Milo promote whatever he's doing and labeling it as Black Ops 6, that is technically still free marketing, right, for the game. So they didn't necessarily want him to denounce it because it's kind of helping hype around Black Ops 6 Zombies. So I get that. But then I think it finally got to a point where they're like, hey, we're about to start our
Yeah, we're
official
starting our own stuff. Yeah.
we're starting our own stuff. You got to denounce what you're doing a little bit, which he did, I think, in the video yesterday that he posted and his video description. So to end this little rant here, because I know I've been going off for a minute, to end this topic before Fajardi gives any final thoughts, I'm not, calling somebody out or telling some other creator how to do their work or how to promote and market their work. I'm just saying it's really weird and disingenuous to keep promoting it like it's Black Ops 6 related when we all kind of knew it wasn't, but he kept saying it was. I'm really confused why that happened and continued to happen. But more power to him. I guess it still helped generate more hype for Black Ops 6 Zombies. I think the community was starving for something new. So whatever. at least things are making more sense. I think what got weird.
Now we got real juice. We got some real juice to
Actually break down
dive
that.
into.
Yeah, because you know what's weird is J Money, another MWZ creator, and I think somebody named Donuts. These are pretty cool zombie channels, by the way. They kind of blew up, last couple of years. They also started being cryptic on their streams. So when that happened, I was like, oh, so now it's making sense. You have Milo, Pizza, Noah, J Money, and Donuts, and probably other zombie creators that are going to be involved with this big cryptic marketing or something. But it turned out, like I also predicted, Donuts and J Money, I think, were trolling and just doing something for fun, which is fine, by the way. I'm not saying that's wrong. That was funny, but it turned out to be, a interesting mess of like, hey, Noah and Pizza are teasing something real. Milo's not, and these other creators also aren't, but it all kind of happened in the same week and a half, so it got really confusing for a majority of folks.
It got real marketing starts, yeah.
And now real marketing also started. So everyone's gonna be like, oh, see, it was setting up the truth dies because it just happened a few days ago. It's like, I don't think so. It's just an absolute catastrophe, I think, when it comes to trying to explain this from start to finish. But at first I'm like, yeah, it kind of makes sense. They're all doing it together. And then I'm like, no, I got confirmation from Activision that it's not real. So it's it's something. But moving on from that, just so that I hope that's clear for everybody, by the way. I hope that wasn't too much of a mess, but I try to explain that in the best way that I could, because I also felt like, it's detonated behind on Black Ops 6 Zombie information and marketing because we weren't reporting on the Milo stuff because we were told not to, or we were told that it wasn't related, so you don't have to. That was certainly something. But yeah, with that though, did you give your thoughts on the impossible Easter egg that apparently is going to get unraveled soon? Any thoughts on how cool that could be?
I mean, it could be cool, but I don't know. I'm kind of past all those games. I'm looking forward to Black Ops 6, so I don't really not really too excited to to see what that is. But it should be cool. It could be something. It's cool for people to finally get closure, whatever the descriptive word for this, closure, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I've kind of moved on from all those older games, so
Yeah.
it'll be cool for people that are still that were still chasing that and wanna have an answer to it. Who knows? Maybe it is super cool. Maybe I'll eat my words. Who knows?
Yeah, and a couple days ago I made a video talking about the Black Ops 6 Zombies beta because there's actually a few points to make about this. There's obviously that Windows Central rumor that suggests we'll be able to play one of the ROM-based maps early by a week or two. Then there's the ongoing discussion that if creators get to play zombies at COD Next, which is confirmed now, will they let the whole world maybe play some snippet of zombies during the MP beta or some other point after that? There's discussion about that. And then I also, in that video, talk a little bit about, the idea of like Onslaught returning. So we talked about the beta a little bit or the possibility of early access zombies last week, but any new thoughts now on how early access to zombies could work with Black Ops 6? Do you think it will just be like a replacement for the campaign early access period? Do you think it'll be something bigger than that? Any new thoughts on playing zombies early?
We need campaign early access regardless. And I think that the zombies thing would be so cool just to give us a taste of one map, not both the maps. Obviously, I think that's too far, but give us a taste maybe a week or two before, just so we can kind of just have fun, just go play some zombies, right? And someone in the chat said Pizza said today on stream that he is not invited to COD Next.
What?
Mm-hmm.
He's not invited to COD Next.
Apparently that's what he said on stream today.
Bro, who said that? Revived?
No, this Saucy in chat.
Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for that comment. I wasn't aware of that. I haven't caught up on a new pizza stream yet. That's insane. That's okay. That has me a little confused. That has me a little confused now because if Zombies being played early, that's a bigger panel at Next compared to last year's, right?
Yeah.
Because last year at COD Next, I know it was a little bit different, right? So last year, I think 2 days before COD Next, select Zombies creators and other people got sent to Treyarch, which was like not too far away from the hotel we were at. And they got to play MW3 Zombies early, but didn't get to record it, but got given, I think, like a USB stick or got sent gameplay to post once the embargo lifted at Next. But then at Next, I think it was really odd, actually. While we were in matches of multiplayer, the Zombies panel started with Kevin Drew and other people talking about the mode. And then gameplay was shown like live during the broadcast. But us creators weren't able to play it while streaming. But select few creators were able to post embargoed gameplay that they received from the studio a few days prior. So this year is much bigger in the sense that, like, yeah, we're getting Zombies marketing now. We're going to be playing the mode during the event at the venue in DC. So, like, I'm surprised that Pizza's not on that list. That's really, maybe they'll give him a last minute invite or something. Maybe something went wrong there, but interesting. I think there's a wait list for when people may RSVP. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Hells, that's really interesting. Pizza's always a vibe. That's a guy I would want there for Zombies. Yeah, no, man. He for sure will have a blast, I think, with Gobblegums this year because that was a lot of his coverage in Black Ops 3, right? That was crazy. But anyway, didn't mean to derail that a little bit. You were talking about early access to Zombies. You good?
Oh, yeah, you're bugging a little bit.
Oh, I was bugging?
Yeah.
Oh,
you're good, though. I think.
Probably internet spike. Add it to the list today. What were you saying about early access? I didn't mean to derail what we were going off about with early access.
Yeah, it's good. I want it. It hasn't been announced yet. Hopefully, it does get announced. And it's a thumbs up for me.
Yeah. Do you think it'll be both round-based maps or just one? If they went ahead and
just
did it?
one.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm hopeful it's just one. But with the fact that marketing's been teasing both maps, I'm really curious which map is playable at Next. I have absolutely no idea. So I guess we're going to find that out in the coming days. But in the background gameplay of this video I made about the beta, I go over Onslaught, right? Like, what do you think about that as a mode? Do you think that was only in Cold War because they wanted to just add something in with the time that they had? Or do you think this is a mode that will become a staple and will also be in Black Ops 6? Onslaught's great, in my opinion. Being able to play zombies on MP maps.
We need Onslaught. Onslaught is amazing. We need that 24/7 every single game. Do I think they'll add it? We haven't heard anything yet. All we've heard is the big push of round base. There's no mention of open world, no mention of Outbreak, no mention of Onslaught, no mention of anything else, right? Even Cranked, which seems kind of irrelevant to bring up, but
that was like the only LTM in Cold War, wasn't it? It was Cranked and what else? I think that was it for round base, right? Yeah.
Cranked, yeah, but I mean Onslaught, even Onslaught Containment, just absolute just behemoth modes that are just so incredibly fun to play, with good rewards too.
Oh yeah,
I believe there's rewards in it, right? Is there rewards?
Cranked? I could have sworn, yeah, you got given stuff every couple rounds.
No,
or
I
something,
mean Onslaught.
Onslaught, there were rewards. There was the blueprints, PlayStation Plus. Yeah, there was blueprints you were able to earn,
and an exclusive intel as well, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, need that back. I haven't heard anything about it. Hopefully we do, because that is an amazing mode.
Yeah, I think that mode is going to be really interesting because if they do it in Black Ops 6, I think that's helpful because if the game's only round-based, right? If there's no Outbreak, if there's no other massive mode in Black Ops 6 Zombies, just round-based, I think having Onslaught really fills up some gaps during some of the live seasons where there isn't a new round-based map releasing. You could just get new support with endless waves on the new multiplayer maps, right? Like that to me is still something. It's fun, especially if there's rewards you can earn while playing. I think that's brilliant, especially if you just want to hop in and just mindlessly kill zombies, grind weapon camos, grind weapon XP, or just play to kill hordes without having to worry about opening up a map or saving up points. If you just want to hop in and shoot some damn zombies, Onslaught was there for you, let alone Onslaught Containment on the gunfight maps. And we know that gunfight is technically returning in Black Ops 6. We're not sure what modes will be on the strike maps, but the strike maps are going to be, I think, 2v2 face-off oriented, right? Could be portions of other maps, could just be original spaces entirely. Onslaught Containment, I think, could return on some of those strike maps, right? The foundations are there to do it, I'd say, if I had to guess, but It's kind of funny how you remember we were talking about this like a few months ago. What was that mode? Was it called Horde Hunt in MW3? That was pretty much Onslaught in
Yeah.
multiplayer, right? So it's like
Yep.
they kind of had the foundation for Onslaught and the Modern Warfare engine that they could maybe use for Black Ops 6. I would hope to see that. But Revive made a good point. Can't believe we get to play this game by the end of the month. I haven't been this hyped for COD in so long. Yeah, the beta is 2 days after the COD Next event, which is awesome, by the way. I have time to get home and stream day one of the beta. Fajardi will be with me. He's helping me do some vlog content at Next, and he's going to be with me. We'll get some in-house podcasts. We'll get some beta stuff going. It's going to be a great time when the end of August does roll around. It's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot going on. But yeah, aside from the beta discussion, when it comes to zombies, I also think, because correct me here, did they ever do truth, maybe somebody knows in chat, did they ever do truth lies marketing on the weekends? Because I'm curious if by the end of like this Sunday, we have channels like 5 and 6 opening up. What do you think?
I forget. That's what I was trying to remember too, because I was like, okay, it's Friday, we kind of just chill. Nothing's gonna happen tomorrow.
Yeah,
I can't remember if stuff happened on the weekend.
Yeah, I'm wondering like if it's gonna be it till Monday. Like we'll see. But either way, I mean, I'm surprised they released 2 channels. They not just one. They could have just done the Mr. Peaks one today with the Gobblegum. They did that and the Project Janice CIA documents. Like, we got a lot today, man.
YouTubers got packages on Sunday. Oh, that was the Noah thing, the Noah TV.
Oh, yeah. 3.
That is correct, I suppose.
Who was it? It was
that was actually zombies marketing.
It was Noah, Lovely Low, and Repulse. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was them 3. Yeah. Maybe we'll see packages go out on the weekend of somebody for zombies. That would actually be cool. You actually asked me a really good question off stream yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? And I thought it was brilliant to bring up for today. Do you remember what it was? It had to do with if we get 2 years of Black Ops in a row, let alone 2 years of zombies in a row. If you want to bring that up real quickly, like what you're thinking when it comes to like the potential of like back-to-back Black Ops games in the same vein as the back-to-back Modern Warfare games we just got.
Yeah, basically what I was talking about is like, Modern Warfare 3 got a lot of flack for being like a DLC. Even though I don't consider it that, a lot of people do. A lot of people did consider it that. I'm not sure if that is still the general consensus, but yeah, I basically the question I posed was like, if when they do this Black Ops game back to back, is there going to be this quote unquote Modern Warfare fatigue that we've seen with MW2 to MW3? And DK basically said to me that it probably won't, because the era is completely different. Based on rumors we've heard about Call of Duty 2025, it sounds more futuristic, etc. So it'd be way more different than like a year later. Still the same era, still the same weapons. It'll be a completely different experience. So yeah, just lots to look forward to when it comes to the Black Ops front, and I'm incredibly excited for it.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think what I'm thinking is Outbreak as a mode was very successful in Cold War. I think it was very successful for Modern Warfare 3. And I would say reception to the mode didn't turn negative until like season 2, 3, right? Because season 1 was a banger update for MWZ, right? So overall, on average, the reception to Outbreak was phenomenal. I don't think we see Outbreak in Black Ops 6. If we get it, totally open to it. But save that for, let's say, Black Ops 2025, that other rumored game. In that case, to go to your point about like, oh, will things get stale? Will the community feel like it's a DLC? If, let's say, Black Ops 6 is all round-based, and then Black Ops 2025 has maybe a few round-based, but then there's Outbreak, that would keep things fresh, let alone the era difference on top of that. I think we're in for a banger 2 years of of zombies material overall. Which I couldn't be more excited about. I think that's brilliant. I think that's actually brilliant if they do it that way. And then if you add in other LTMs to the mix, you get a Grief, you get a Rush, you get a Cranked. Like hell yeah, bring all of it on. Give us a badass Christmas update this year for Black Ops 6. It's bigger than Jingle Hells from Cold War. Like maybe they've had time to actually cook something like that with 4 years of development and production. Right? Maybe they've had more time to plan something that exciting.
Yep.
Definitely, I did see your super chat earlier. Thank you for that. He was mentioning the Channel 6 jump scare. We did see that yesterday. I put it in my video as well. Thank you for that. There is a jump scare on Channel 6. If you just go ahead and if you let the off-air message play, it'll have a zombie slap the screen. I think you might have tweeted it too. Also saw some questions in chat about the Reflect 115 camo pack. So, my prediction initially was once zombies marketing began, they would drop the Reflect camo
Hmm.
which they haven't. So maybe they're waiting till the end of the Truth Dies marketing campaign before releasing this. It's a new pre-order bonus for Black Ops 6. There's also free acquisitions for MW3 Zombies. Um, any theories on this camel? Do you think they'll end up changing the look of it, or do you think they'll release it as soon as like next week? How are you feeling about the new reward for Black Ops 6?
I feel like whenever this Truth Dies marketing ends, it will unlock. Like that'll be one of the big marketing pushes. Whatever happens at the end of the Truth Dies, um, I believe that sort of has to happen. Everything's already in the files. The description of it's already in the files. People are using the camo via unlock tool. Um, that's ready to go. But the question is, what are they waiting for? And I think that answer's coming very soon as next week, I believe.
Yeah. I'm betting that's probably the case. That's really exciting though. I mean, if we get more zombie stuff next week, and the following week is like Reloaded marketing. The week after that's like
Hmm.
the actual midseason update with more Black Ops 6 buildup.
Oh my god, there's so much going on.
There is. There's a lot going on, chat. So appreciate everybody's patience, keeping up with all notifications. Had to waste Noti today on the broken, forgotten Bombshell episode, but like Hell said in chat, this is like Bombshell 125 reloaded because we had to fix the audio issues. Oh my god, dude, that was something else. But now again, the idea is that we're pushing the podcast out even more, through Twitter Spaces on the Detonated Twitter page, and getting that out there to people. But yeah, it's about to be crazy, man. When it comes to zombies, very very excited about where things are going with that. But what's also really interesting is I think this was just yesterday. Let me see if you tweeted this or not. A monster can was found in the
I did.
wild. Okay, you did perfect. It was found in the wild promoting Black Ops 6. And it's confirmed on the can from September 1st, December 31st. You can get in-game rewards and more. So this will be a case of, but this is kind of troublesome, man. You can scan the QR code on the can, but what if you don't buy the can and somebody else buys it? I feel like that's troublesome, isn't it?
Who knows? Maybe they're in a box though. Maybe you gotta buy them in a 6 pack.
And then it's on the can.
Who know? Yeah, who knows? Who knows at this point? But pretty cool promotion. I can't wait to see those skins. People love eating up those skins when they do get revealed.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
right now it just has in-game rewards and XP bonus per every single redemption of a code.
As per usual.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm looking. I might collect. I think this year I want to collect like every single collector's item of Black Ops 6. Like I want the posters. I want the promotional items.
Steelbook?
The steel book.
Oh yeah, I was
Yes,
gonna
steel
say I gotta
book.
do a steelbook, dude.
I'm buying the game twice. I gotta get that steel book, man. I gotta get it.
Yeah, and I also saw. Do you know where this? I think Forward Leaks posted it. A little off topic, but there was a really clear HD screenshot of Project Janus. I don't know where that image came from, by the way. It's so clear of the TV from The Truth Dies. By the way, did you see that?
I think it was a I think it was just found in the source files of the
Of the
website.
website. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say it reminded me because the steelbook case is. I mean, you get Adler doing
Front and
the
center.
yeah,
Front and
you
center
get
Project Janus.
Project Janus front and center when you open it, but on the outside you have Adler doing the sitting bull position. I mean, it looks sick. It looks sick, man.
Yep.
I'm beyond
100%.
ecstatic about that. Um, beyond ecstatic. Uh, that here. Somebody asked, do you think both maps will have the Easter eggs released at the same time? If so, do you think there will be a problem like BO4 with the community being split between the hunts? That I think gets solved if Liberty Falls comes out early, like the rumors suggest. Then that gets solved that way.
Maybe, yeah.
That's probably how that would work. But if they come out the same day, then you would have a split. But I don't think it would like it wouldn't. I don't think it'd be a case where that's necessarily a bad thing. If both maps are functioning and both maps run well, like I don't think that's a big issue. I think more than two maps though, it gets a little messy. Then there's too much going on. Everyone's split. But what would you say? Two at
Yeah,
once is not
yeah.
is like a should that be a limit with how many release at one time?
I mean, I love BO4, but that was an incredibly overwhelming launch back
Yeah,
in the day.
yeah.
I remember I just hopped on and played classified. I didn't even try to hunt anything. I was like, I just want to kill some zombies.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think they have a very special opportunity to do something with the the idea that both of these maps are take place at the same time. Um, so whether that means if one Easter egg sort of maybe spoils the other or leads into the other or vice versa or whatever the case may be, I think there's a really interesting narrative way they can do that. And maybe if they do release, let's say, a map early, and the end of that map sort of sets up what happens in another map,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
no, for
second map,
sure.
the launch map. Who knows? Who knows what goes on with that? And who knows what they can do with that? Yet again, n- the early stuff is not confirmed, has not been
Exactly.
confirmed. It's only been rumored. But we're just kind of talking about the idea if that were to come to fruition.
Indeed, indeed, because I think it's a really spicy rumor that's been around for a while. That hasn't necessarily been debunked yet. And I feel like if there's any event to announce potential early access, it would be COD Next, because I'm praying for campaign early access too, man. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. But
Yeah.
I also saw who asked me this yesterday. I mean, it might have been Taco or you, somebody. Like, if they do have, think about this: if they have zombies early access instead of campaign, then does that mean do you have a massive advantage over other people when the game fully comes out, because you could level up and max out all your weapons right off the rip? You ever think about that? Like, that's crazy to me too. Would they maybe have leveling turned off during that period or something? Like, I'm curious how that would work, because then
I
people in MP
think
are screwed if they don't play
I think
zombies.
I think the only way to do that, if you're in regards to the leveling, for through an early access period, I think the only way to do that is to maybe just sort of have it like some features turned off. It's just like, okay, you only get a base loadout. You only, get this and that. Maybe you won't be able to customize too much, just to make sure that doesn't happen, where people are maxing out, maybe finding an XP glitch and farming up every single weapon before the game even comes out. They
Exactly.
probably they
Exactly what
probably
I'm
want to
thinking.
avoid that. So I guarantee it'll kind of be like, okay, this is kind of like the beta test for the zombies mode. We're not going to let you level up stuff for obvious reasons. Mega gobblegums won't be in it, only classics. If that were to be the system they're going with, I think it'd be a lot more bare bones, and obviously one map and not both of the maps. So when launch comes around, you already haven't exhausted the gameplay and what the game has to offer. I think that's the best way to do it.
Because I would hate to see people like, oh, I already maxed out all my weapons, a week or two ago, and the game just came out. Like, oh, when's season one? When's the next weapon set come out? Like, that would be just, I think, catastrophic for people. They're just burning themselves out, super quickly. I think
Exactly.
that would be rough. For sure. But while on the topic of weapons, I will also say it's going to be crazy to be able to use mastercrafts during the beta, because I don't think we've never seen mastercrafts during a beta. We've seen the weapon vaults, but not tracer mastercrafts. They look insane. So we have those
And
for
ultra skins, like those are like ultra skins that
yeah. So we have those during the MP beta. We'll be able to use them in zombies, potentially even in the early access period if there is one. So there's certainly a lot of weaponry to look forward to on that front. But I do want to mention real quickly a new Mastercraft that literally just came out a couple days ago. I think it's a really funny discussion. It's for the XRK Stalker in Modern Warfare 3. How do you feel about how crazy the inspect is for it? And are you disappointed that it's for a weapon that you're probably not going to use?
I think there's a common theme with most of these bundles that release is that they're really cool tracer effects, dismemberment, mastercrafts, but they're just for weapons that maybe aren't meta, aren't good, or a lot of people don't use. And it's the main reason why I don't buy a lot of bundles, because I'm not gonna pay full price just for an operator skin that looks cool when the bundles or when the actual other bundle contents aren't that up to par to make it worth it for me. And I think this bundle is a prime example of that. Obviously, the inspect animation, unreal, probably
Yeah.
one of the best we've seen. XRK Stalker, I'm not that much of a sniper. It's not meta in Warzone. Now, if you make that for the Car 98K, that would be unreal.
You
The
might
amount
have
of people
considered
that
that
bought
one.
that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe not, because I got my tracers with the black cell from last season, um, but definitely would have been a lot more considerable if it was for a gun that was maybe more in the meta pool. Um, because XRK Stalker is just it's just not in the meta pool. I don't think it's ever been in the meta pool for Warzone. And I don't snipe in multiplayer, so
Yeah, no, but another weapon update that I think really had us excited was this on I think it was on Tuesday of last week. They finally updated the monkey glove, the King Kong Beast glove, which is a skin for the Gladiator
yep.
melee weapon. Now has the ragdoll effect. There's two abilities you can do with it now. You have like the light hit and the heavy hit, and when you do the heavy hit on an enemy, the enemy's going flying. across the map. I think it has the farthest ragdoll effect of any weapon in the game, way farther than the sledgehammer.
It's comical. It's amazing.
I had so much fun getting that clip recorded for the detonated tweet. That was mental, dude. I'm like, Camel's work on it beautifully too, which that got fixed a little while ago. But
they fixed that.
Do you remember when this glove came out? Camels didn't work for it. It had no ragdoll effect. We're like, oh, it would have been perfect. It would have been right there to perfection.
If they send people across the universe.
Yeah, everybody,
and now it's amazing.
Yeah, everybody was asking for that when it came out, and I'm like, yeah, if you're one of those people that bought all the Godzilla bundles, all 4 of them, you can use this melee weapon. Like, here's the thing, right? Is this a hot take? I don't mind if at least once or twice a year there's an exclusive melee weapon skin like this. I don't really mind that. If it's for like maybe buying 1 bundle or 2 max, or buying 1 bundle and finishing an event. I don't mind rewards like that. But when it's 4 bundles, that's insane. That's expensive. That's expensive.
Yeah, we talked about this a lot. A way to fix that sort of bundle collection system, which they haven't done since season 3 Reloaded, I'd say. Maybe season 4 launch window. They haven't done it. They haven't done it in a while.
Well, like a collection reward, like that Coney one. Yeah.
I think that was late season 3 Reloaded. I don't even think that was season 4. But yeah, we speculated an idea how to fix this, and basically it's like, okay, there's a crossover coming out, or there's a bundle collection. Just maybe buy one of the bundles in the collection and finish the associated event while it's going on, because the bundles are limited time anyway. So the whole thing's a FOMO mess. But at least make it a little more accessible for for example, it is well over it is well over $100, $120 plus to get that in Canadian, to buy all those bundles. To get the Beast Glove. So I would much rather prefer, with the 1 bundle I bought for the Kong event, because I genuinely like the bundle, complete the associated Godzilla X Kong event, and then you get the Beast Glove if you bought a bundle with it. I think that's like that's the best balances, because obviously we don't live in a perfect world where we can get all these things for free, but I think that's a balance that could be implemented, hopefully, because I'd like that.
Yeah, no,
I'd be way more inclined if the collection reward was good.
I'll tell you what's weird. You mentioned FOMO, right? And I'm like, what's odd is that the first challenge event that gives you a free operator skin since, I think, season 2, this WWE SummerSlam event apparently ends this Wednesday. Yep, so I'm like,
1 week.
Isn't that odd that for a reward as big as a free operator skin, like the event only lasts a week? I think that's crazy. The FOMO for this one must be crazy, because the operator skin, you could say, oh, it's pretty plain, it's pretty boring. It's like, no, he has I think it's a good skin. It's the rustling attire, but what really sells it for me is the belt. I think the belt on the skin is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. So that alone makes me want the operator skin, and it's free. I can't, again, unless I'm forgetting a skin here, chat, feel free to correct me in the comments somewhere, anywhere. I believe it's only the Act 3 mission from Zombies that gives you a skin, and then that Season 2 Horde Hunt event that gave you a skin. I can't think of any other free skins in Modern Warfare 3 from an event or an unlock challenge. I know there's like the Monster one, and there's the Little Caesars one, but that's a little bit different. I'm talking about like doing something in-game to get said skin. So I think FOMO for sure is going to play a role with with certain rewards like that, absolutely. But I know there's a couple challenge events coming up. One's for a blueprint, one's for a animated camo. So season 5 still has some pretty cool rewards left in store. But I think season 5 will probably have the least amount of events throughout the entire, or from this entire cycle, because again, Black Ops 6 has the beta at the end of the month. I mean, there's other stuff going on.
There's still an event every week. There wasn't an event every week in season 4, but there has been already this.
Sure. Yeah.
Because you have obviously the WWE event, then you're going to Conquest, then you're going to Echo Endo Live. Then there's COD Next.
And there's nothing after that, I don't think.
Sorry, Season 5 Reloaded.
Yeah.
And then COD Next a week after. And then I'm pretty certain there's more events.
Probably haven't revealed them yet.
I think the blog post said that. I forget, but there's gonna have to be some events leading up to the season 6. I don't think they're gonna leave it for an entire month.
Maybe that'll be the case. But it was actually fun the past couple of days, kind of like messing around with new meta weapons in Warzone. And we got some article coverage on that on the site. The new RPK amp ended up becoming like the meta for Warzone right now. If you like to use slow firing snipers, it's pretty much the Barrett 50 cal as a conversion kit for the RPK. It is disgusting. The
But
literal
with no like flinch or kick or anything. It's just full
sure,
mobile.
yeah, it's a 2-tap no matter what. If they have no armor, it's a 1-tap. It's actually broken. I really like it, but no, I had a lot of fun. We were messing around with the STG, the new static HV. Those are broken. The Reclaimer, classic spaz meta. Oh my. Oh my! I choked just thinking about it. It's fucking crazy. That weapon is just disgusting. What else, man? There's the Bal even has a decent class for it. I know the TAC Eradicator is still viable. There's some really good meta weapons right now that you can have some fun with. But I think the amp coming up this week isn't anything crazy. Is it the Slash, the Jack Slash? Is that what it is? You said it's a grip.
Yeah, it's an underbarrel. And apparently it just kind of makes you just like recoil control, that sort of thing. Yeah, probably one of the lesser ones I'm excited for. Not too much to really talk about there, to be honest.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Still some cool amps to look forward to before the end of season 5. I wonder if season 6 will have any, to be honest with you. Like if the whole season's themed around the haunting, Halloween, I wonder if they'll even bother with doing too many aftermarket parts for that season. Season 6 is gonna be odd because if it starts September 18th, they'll probably kickstart the haunting right away, right? Because then if
or like a week or two after, yeah,
maybe because I'm like if October 17th is the early access period for Black Ops 6, like if that's campaign or zombies or both, then like that means you have a month to kind of have the haunting stuff be in the spotlight, right? And then October 25th is just the launch of Black Ops 6. So it's gonna be odd to say that MW3 won't be in season when Halloween happens. It's Black Ops 6. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Actually insane. But there are a few other things that I think we'll save for next Friday's episode. We'll make this episode a bit of a shorter one because of the technical issues from earlier.
I'm cooked, man. I'm cooked.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to hang in here. I was here for an extra hour.
Yeah.
With all the stuff that went down, and I mean, so are you, but
yeah,
I'm not too well versed in speaking for too long because I start to get tired and all that. But,
no, totally.
I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in. The topics are good. The good topics is what I need to keep me engaged. So
yeah. Totally understand. By the way, the Olympic athletes are playing Black Ops 6 early right now. It's been confirmed. There's an image.
Really?
Yeah, I just sent you a link. Anthony Edwards on Instagram posted it. People just sent me that as well. Thank you for that super chat. Aaron, if I said your name right. Alanese, I hope I didn't butcher that. Are you gonna diss the Lex situation since it's a hot topic in zombies community and since he's the main reason BO4 got screwed? Pat made a vid. Don't want to go too long on this topic. Maybe we'll touch on it a little bit more next week. It's disgusting and obviously it's not. I mean, it's as simple as don't talk to minors, don't be inappropriate. But his situation went beyond that, and I think that's. I think it's one of those things that just had to come to the limelight, and I'm glad that it did. There has to be accountability for that, but there was definitely a lot of issues I think on both sides there. Not at all defending what he did. I'm just saying there was issues on both sides of that situation. I think it's devastating to see what happened there. But that's the most I could say. I didn't know him personally. I didn't watch his content. I get what you mean about Black Ops 4 though. I think there was definitely a lot of strong voices during Black Ops 4 that led to the reception of the game being as poor as it was, even though I think Black Ops 4 was a phenomenal experience once everything got fixed after like December. But I get what you mean. I appreciate you bringing that up again. It is shameful. I think Hell's put it best. Yeah, shameful. Tired of hearing about it. Hope there needs to be accountability for stuff like that. That's all I'll say.
I'm just getting this tweet out about this.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll go. You're good. But folks, I think I'm gonna wrap up with some funny comments from who are these people, and then any and other topic, or any and every other topic that I have written down here. We'll save for next week, just because again, there are a lot of technical issues today. Appreciate everybody's patience. Everything went wrong, but we still managed to clutch up at least a solid discussion about the new zombies marketing. I got more videos on deck for you guys over this weekend, especially Black Ops 6 focused ones. And we managed to get Twitter Spaces up and running, so definitely expect a concurrent stream, right? While the podcast is up on my channel, you end up seeing a Twitter Space with our discussion in audio form. But yeah, let's wrap up with some funny comments.
Who are these people?
So, got some good ones as of this week. What I'll also say is, yeah, there was that funny, hoax going around that, people are going to disappear off their streams. The cult's going to come for you, right? The whole teaser that somebody kidnapped Milo or something. Yeah, I guess today our technology got kidnapped. The cult came for us today and hurt our setups. But no, here are some funny comments we got. Full Black Ops 6 gameplay showcase. This is my reaction to the direct, which the video is kind of funny because I didn't really react all that much. I'm just kind of watching it. I didn't expect it to blow up the way that it did, but somebody commented, gameplay showcase, 0 gameplay. I don't know what video he watched, but there's plenty of gameplay from Black Ops 6 Direct. I really hope you are actually going along with this whole thing and aren't actually being this delusional to believe this has nothing to do with Black Ops 6. It's so obvious, it's painful, and obviously taking Activision's word for it isn't helping you. I think that's just, it's insane, man. How do you convince people that the Milo thing wasn't connected? Hopefully it's a lot better than Dog Crap Cold War. That was so effing boring. That's false. Nothing. Oh, it's not my Reznov video. So for those that are story fanatics in the Black Ops scene, I made a video talking about the Reznov plot from Black Ops 1, the mysteries behind it, John Trent, those emails. I made a whole video talking about how they could be connected to Black Ops 6. Somebody commented, nothing quite like 30-year-old dudes getting hyped over watered down CODs and the returns of Workuta. Not just him either. This community, man, is whack. Why can't we be excited for something, dude? Mr. Fajardi, you hyped for Return to Workuta?
Yeah,
Apparently,
I am.
Apparently, you're not allowed to be excited, man.
It's not allowed. You can't be excited anymore. You can't be positive.
Yeah,
You
no.
can only be negative, and you can only hate your life nowadays. Yeah, it's unreal. Vorkuta is going to be amazing. Can't wait.
Yeah. My bundle preview video for season 5. Somebody commented, "Cucks the lot of you," whatever that means. Billy Butcher type comment. Say you must be showcasing somebody else's account in your video, because if this new season just literally came out and got released in less than 2 days ago, how is it you're using the new Champions Quest camo in your gameplay? I was actually using the Ghoulie camo in that video, and it looks similar to the new Champions Quest camo, so that's funny. Hashtag unlock tools, hashtag COD cheater, hashtag call of shame, hashtag hacker. Yeah, I guess I was hacking by using Ghoulie. That's crazy. Here's a nice comment. Your name is literally letter difference besides the 47. I go by dkdynamite 47. Hey, shout out to Joe Dynamite who commented on my video. That's funny. That's actually funny. That's a good comment. My video about the Warzone secret camos from the launch season 5. Somebody commented, "Why are you calling them secret? They are literally appearing on a pop-up menu that you can't miss. Anything for bait." So I don't think everybody in the world knows about that menu and those secret challenges, especially the redacted ones that are actually secret. You don't know what the actual requirements are for those challenges. I go over them in that video. So yeah, I don't know how that's bait, but whatever you say. My BO6 Zombies beta video. Clickbait, bro. I thought you were playing the beta for real. Next time say information on beta. Okay. The YouTube expert here. You got me. Stop by. Just stopping by, leave a dislike and to make sure this channel doesn't get recommended to me anymore. Yeah, this guy really has it out for me. There's more likable creators that will make videos on this info if they haven't already. Thanks, man. Appreciate the feedback there. Black Ops 6 Zombies intro cutscene teaser trailer. Somebody commented, "Bait, it's a stupid teaser, not a trailer." All right. And last but not least, we got 2 here. Bro, you were not given free beta codes from Activision. You ain't that big, lying to your fans. So in the video he's commenting on, I mentioned, hey, if I don't get given, a set of free codes to give away this year like I did the previous years, I'll just buy a batch on eBay and give them away that, in that regard. I'm, detonated in my video. But yeah, this guy really doesn't believe that. Last but not least, Treyarch deliberately left Milo out as part of an elaborate marketing scheme. Milo's the crazy conspiracy guy that's going to crack the whole thing. This is the most Black Ops way to market the game. Quite literally playing into the whole off-the-books aspect of that series. It's not that deep, bro.
Very interesting.
Not
Very
that deep.
interesting.
That's what I'll say. It is not that deep. But yeah, pretty crazy comments, chat. We'll be back for a normal episode of Bombshell next Friday.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be a lot more to unravel when it comes to the Truth Dies ARG. We'll be going through all of that. We're ending this episode off at a solid 115, which is funny, pretty ironic.
Yeah.
I think, there's definitely a few other MW related topics we'll save for next Friday, but we went through all the Black Ops 6 related marketing today. Thank you again, and I apologize for the technical issues. Thank you guys for staying patient while we figured everything out. Had to set up a new stream. Twitter Spaces work now, which is good. Everything's clear. Definitely expect, once again, as usual, a bombshell episode of the podcast every Friday. And I think we'll go from there. Any last minute comments, questions, concerns in chat? Feel free to drop them now. Are you sure that 115 was returned to the Dark Ether? Yes. Confirm at the end of Tagged or Toten from Black Ops 4. That was indeed the case. Ending our poll as well. Folks do agree you should be able to buy Gobblegums to some capacity in Black Ops 6. Anything else you want to end with, Mr. Fajardo? You got some artwork to post in a few days on your main Twitter. Anything else you want to share?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for. The artwork's actually out already, technically.
Yeah.
The pinned tweet on Detonated is an artwork I will be posting very soon once the video goes up. Which has been indefinitely delayed because of the zombies marketing, but. Yeah,
right.
It's Adler. It's cool. It's based on a picture from the direct event some people are talking about. So, excited to post that one. But other than that, not too much. Just going back to tweeting, etc.
Sounds like a plan, brother. And with that being said, folks, got more videos over the course of this weekend, and we will see you guys in the next one. Rapid fire. Somebody said thoughts on RDJ returning. It could be a hit or miss, brother. Could be a hit or miss. I'm hopeful that I'm hopeful that they knock out of the park in Avengers Doomsday, please. But peace out, everybody.
Yeah. Goodbye, space. Goodbye, everybody. All right. Hold on a second.